There are more than 195 countries and territory in the world today, which means there are more than 195 kinds of national flags. However, none of them have color purple. Through history, purple was never used to represent a kingdom, civilization, or empire, since it's such a popular color today. So what's wrong with purple? Hello and welcome to Knowledge TV Fact. For today's video we will study why many countries didn't use purple as a color of their flag. There are a variety of unique patterns and designs we get to see when it comes to national flags of our countries. Some have used bright colors like orange and yellow, while some have put stars and dragons in theirs. There have been theories as to why this is so. One is that purple was mainly associated with monarchy, and as the world was moving towards republics, it was not seen appropriate for the countries to include purple in their national flags. But this is just a theory. You would be surprised to know that the main reason is very similar to what we usually face in our daily lives. Actually, the answer is quite simple. Purple was just too expensive. Up until 1800s, purple was worth more than its weight for centuries, and the normal civilians couldn't afford any of it. In fact, Queen Elizabeth is the first forbade anyone except close members of the royal family to wear in purple. Purple's elite status stems from the rarity and cost of the dye originally used to produce it. The dye which initially was used to make purple came from the Phoenician trading city of Tyre in modern-day Lebanon. Fabric traders obtained the dye from a small sea snail that was only found in the Tyre region of the Mediterranean. More than 10,000 snails were needed to create just 1 gram of purple, not to mention a lot of work went into producing the dye, which made purple dye so expensive. Since only wealthy rulers could afford to buy and wear the color. Purple became associated with the imperial classes of Rome, Egypt and Persia. Purple also came to represent spirituality and holiness because the ancient emperors, kings and queens that wore the color were often thought of as gods or descendants of the gods. However, sometimes the dye was too expensive even for royalty. 3rd century Roman emperor wouldn't allow his wife to buy a shawl made from Tyrian purple silk because it literally cost 3 times its weight in gold. A single pound of dye was equivalent to $56,000 today. Therefore, since the sheer price of purple was so high that no one could afford, even the richest countries couldn't spend an excess budget to have purple on their flag. Until the year 1856, the color became more accessible to lower class. The 18-year-old English chemist William Henry Perkin accidentally created a synthetic purple compound while attempting to synthesize quinine, an anti-malaria drug. He noticed that the compound could dye fabrics, so he patented the dye, manufactured it, and became very rich. Purple dye has been so mass-produced that about everybody could afford it, and the elite stopped valuing purple and the status symbol faded away. Since 1900, a handful of new nations have been designed and a few of them have opted to use purple in their flag. For instance, there are Nicaragua in 1908, Second Republic of Spain from 1931 to 1939 and Dominica in 1967 using purple in their national flag. Thank you so much for watching. If you like this kind of video, just hit that subscribe button.